Welcome to this second session of the 11th Adhyaya of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is the Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. We pray our gratitude towards the Lord, with whose grace everything is possible. We pray and pay our tributes to the Guru Parampara, through which this knowledge is preserved, protected, so that it reaches us now. I pay my respects to my Guruji, Pujya Guruma, with whose grace I am able to learn the scriptures and share this understanding with you. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So the 10th Adhyaya was the Vibhuti Yoga, and this 11th Adhyaya is the Vishwarupa Darshana. And in both these, the Lord Krishna is showing his Ishwaratva. Ishwaratva means his godliness, how we can see Lord pervading everywhere. How is it possible for us to have this kind of a vision that we can see the Lord everywhere? So initially in the Vibhuti Yoga, Lord Krishna described his Pradhan, main manifestations where we can start seeing him. And in the 11th Adhyaya, he actually shows his Vishwarupa, the cosmic form of the Lord, to Arjuna. So for us, Jiva, we have to start somewhere, and then we can have this Darshana. We have to start from the Saguna, Sakara, Murti, Swarupa, then go on to Vibhuti Upasana, Bhakti. Then we can see the Lord everywhere in this world, Vishwarupa Darshana, and that is how we can see the Lord everywhere, pervading everything. 10th Adhyaya was a very detailed description of the Vibhutis of Lord Krishna, which helps me understand what is God consciousness, what is Bhagavad Bhava. It makes a little bit more clear for me to understand this. And then 11th Adhyaya actually shows practically the Vishwarupa Darshana, where Lord is seen pervading everywhere in this universe. And this is one way how we can understand how one Lord or one God manifests as so many different Swarupas in this world, in this universe. And this is what is the essence of Vedanta, our Vedas, that there is only one Almighty, and how this one Almighty is seen as very different manifestations, forms, in the form of many devatas, many beautiful colors, many different shapes, forms, beings, all different jivas, all the things in this world, all the beautiful places that we see in this world, all the people in this world, different people. So all this how we can see this oneness behind all these different manifestations. So this seeing Lord as the omnipresent God itself is a Vishwarupa Upasana, which has been mentioned in our scriptures. In many of the scriptures, it is mentioned in the Vishnu Sahasranama, in the Rudri, in all these, the Lord is worshipped as a Vishwarupa. There are different shlokas which will tell us how we can worship the Lord as Vishwarupa. So our essentially is we have to develop a vision to see Lord everywhere in this world, and this requires some kind of a purity of our mind, some eligibility for us, and this will come with Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and this will help us to still our mind, purify our mind, and then we will become eligible for this kind of upasana. So this devotion to the universal Lord is also called as Virata Upasana or a Vishwarupa Upasana. Both of them are one and the same. And this is only possible in this human life. Human life is endowed with this kind of intellect, with this kind of an opportunity. And to get a human life itself, our Shastras tell us that it is very durlabha, it is very precious, it is very rare to get this human life, because it is in this life that we can attain this divinity. There is no other species where they can attain divinity. And this life itself is quite unpredictable, like a lot of others' life, or all the species, the life is very unpredictable. We don't know when it will come to an end. And that's why it is for us to make the most of whatever time we have left and to achieve our worthy goals. Lord Krishna gave Arjuna the divine Chakshu. We saw that in the last session. And this Chakshu, Dadami, I'll give you the divine Chakshu. So this is a unique strength of our mind so that we can see this Vishwarupa, God in his splendor, in his own manifestation. How we can see this, that unique strength of our mind, that eligibility of our mind can only come with the divinity that Lord can give us. So the first session, let us summarize this. In the third shloka, Arjuna had a curiosity, he had a desire to see the Lord in his Vishwarupa darshan. And he says, Drashtum Ichchami. And then in the fourth shloka he says, of course I have a desire of seeing you, Bhagwan, but Manya se yadi tat shakyam. Only if you believe that it is possible for me to see you, if you think that I am eligible to see you, Maya Drashtum iti, agar Manya se yadi tat shakyam, then only you show me this Vishwarupa darshana. And the fifth shloka, Lord himself says, Partapashya. See, Arjuna, God is ready, he is so graceful, he is so benevolent to all the jivas, he is always ready to grant all our wishes. And then he says, in the ninth shloka, he says, Natu Mam Shakya se Drashtum. Arjuna, it is not possible for you to see me in this Vishwarupa darshana. And Arjuna must be quite perplexed. But immediately Lord tells him that Anena Swacha Chakshusha, I'll give you, with your regular eyes, you won't be able to see me. But don't worry, Arjuna, you are very clear, you are very dear to me. I'll give you divine eyes. Dadami, Divyam, Dadami Te Chakshuhu. I'll give you divine eyes, that Samarthya, that Antakarana Samarthya, with which you will be able to see this Vishwarupa, Swarupa. And then from the 10th to the 15th shloka, Sanjay describes the Vishwarupa Darshana in 6 shlokas. So that is where we were in the last session. And after seeing Vishwarupa of the Lord, Tatah sa vismayavishto rashtaroma dhananjaya pranamya shirasa devam krutanjali bhashatah. What happened to Arjuna? This shloka describes his condition. He is vismaya avishto. He is filled with astonishment. And after seeing this Vishwarupa darshana, rashtaroma, all his hair are standing up on its feet. And he is filled with excitement, Arjuna. Pranamya shirsa devam. And in this excitement, he can't think of anything. He just goes down to the Lord, sees the greatness of the Lord, and Krutanjali abhashata, his folded hands, he goes down to the Lord, namaskara, and then so this is the unique way of the Lord to make us humble by showing his splendor, his greatness. He's not telling us that we should come out of these ahankara, aham, but the way he shows us is that he shows his greatness, by saying which we will nothing but surrender to the Lord to see this kind of a Sarva Shaktiman, such kind of a vision that he is going to show, is showing Arjuna. And then Arjuna starts praying to the Lord with folded hands, namaskara. He says, Pashyami devans tava devatehe sarvans tatha bhuta vishesha sangan brahmana misham kamalasanastam Mushinascha Sarvan Urganscha Divyan. He says, Arjuna Uvacha is doing prayer, he is doing stuti to the Lord. He says, O Lord Krishna, in your own body, I am seeing at one place all the devatas and all the different groups of all the species. He says, Sarvan Bhuta Vishesha Sangan. All the species, all the different rupas, all the devatas. Even I can see Brahmanam Kamalasanastam. Lord Brahmaji seated on the lotus seat, he says, and Sarvan Rushim Ch Divyan Uragan. I can see all the rishis. Uragan means all the species which crawl on their tummy. So they are the reptiles, divine reptiles. Divyan Uragan means the Shesh Naga, the Vasuki Naga. All these are divine reptiles. So all these Arjuna is seeing in one Sharira of Sri Krishna, in his body, he says. And it is impossible to imagine what Arjuna is seeing. For us also it is very difficult for a human mind to comprehend the vastness, this astonishing form of the Lord. Aneka bahudara vakra pashyami tvam sarvato anantarupam Nantam na madhyam na punastavadim pashyami Vishveshwara Vishwarupa. So here Arjuna is saying, he's seeing the Vishwarupa and describing, he says, I can see you, God Krishna, with Aneka Bahu, Aneka Udara, Aneka Vaktra, Aneka Netram. See you with many, many limbs, many trunks, many mouths and many eyes. He sees the Lord. He says, Pashyami Tvam Sarva Ananta Rupam. From all sides I see your endless forms. Na Antam, Na Madhyam, Na Punah Cha Tava Adim. I cannot see it in the beginning, middle or the end of this form. It is huge, it is endless. Pashyami Vishweshwara. I can see you as the Lord of this universe, who has created this universe. You are the instrumental cause, the Nimitta Karana of this Jagata. And he says, Pashyami Vishwarupa, and I am seeing you as the universe itself. That means you are not just the instrumental cause, but you are also the Upadana Karana, you are the Vishwarupa, you are the material cause of this creation. So I can see you as both Abhinna, Nimitta, as well as Upadana Karana. That itself, Arjuna realizes that I am seeing the Lord himself. This is not just Krishna in his human form, but he is the Ishvara Avtara. And that's how Arjuna sees the Lord. Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Diptimantam Pashyami Tvam Durmirikshayam Samanta Diptanalarka Dhritim Aprameyam. So Arjuna is now describing the Vishwarupa, cosmic form of the Lord, and he says, I can see you as Kiritinam. Kiritinam means, Kirita is the Mugata, the crown. Gadinam means Gada, the mace. And Chakrinam, Shri Krishna's is the chakra, the Sudarshana chakra. So he's seeing the Chaturbhut Swarupa of Shri Vishnu in the body of the Vishwarupa, in the body of Shri Krishna. It says Teja Rashim. He's having a lot of luminance, a lot of Prakash, Teja. Sarvata Dipti Manantam, which this stage is lighting all the sides. Everything has become very, very Prakashmaya. He's seeing this. And he says, Pashyami Tvam Durnirikshayam. I am seeing you with great difficulty because the Teja, the light is so much that he is not able to withstand. Earlier it was described with 1,000 suns. Sanjay describes this with 1,000 suns lighting up in the sky at one point of time. So there is so much of Teja, there is so much of light that Arjuna says, I can't see you properly, with difficulty I am seeing you. Diptana Larka Dhutam. And you are as radiant as the burning fire and the burning sun. So these are the similars. And you are Aprameyam, Samanta. From all sides you are Aprameya. Aprameya is normally a word used to describe the Nirguna Tattva, which is Aprameya means it cannot be reached or cannot be understood by the mind and by the Pramana, any of the Pramanas. But here it is used to describe unmeasurable form of the Lord Vishwarupa from all the sides. Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Tvamavyaya Shashvata Dharma Gopta Sanatanastvam Purusho Mato Me. So now Arjuna is understanding the Lord in his true form. He is describing the Nirguna Tattva of the unmanifest Avyakt Tattva of the Lord. And he is saying this in front of the Vishwarupa. He says, Tvam Aksharam, you are the changeless, you are indestructible. Paramam Veditavyam, you are the only one worth knowing. If there is anything worth knowing, it is this Tattva, it is this Lord in this world. That is what Vedanta tells us. Tvam Asya Vishwasya Paramam Nidhanam, you are the final resting place for the entire world. Saguna Ishwar is the place where after Pralaya Kal, when the entire Jagata merges, dissolves into Laya, when Laya happens, dissolves into the Brahma. And that's why Brahma is the final resting place for the entire Jagata, all the Jivas, everybody. Tvam Avyaya, you are eternal and Shashvata Dharma Gopta, you are protector of the perennial, the Sanatana Dharma. Bhagavan himself has said in the 4th Adhyaya that Yada Yada hi Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bharata. Whenever Dharma, Glani, whenever there is destruction of Dharma, when Adharma rises, I will take form. So Bhagavan is the protector of Dharma. And the Sanatan Dharma is our ancient Dharma, which is for everyone, for the entire mankind. It is eternal, it is perennial, and it does not keep changing. So this is what is our Vedic Sanatana Dharma philosophy. Tvam Sanatana Purusha. You are the eternal being, because he has understood God as this form, and this is the inference of Arjuna. He says, this is my opinion, this is my inference, this is my firm understanding. Now I have realized that you are not only this Lord Krishna in the avatar form, but you are in the Vishwarupa, and you are also the changeless Akshara Tattva. You are the indestructible Paramanidhana, Veditavyam, Avyaya. All these Arjuna describes. So there are several forms of God. We have already seen this before. And the beauty of our Vedanta is that there is no contradiction between all these forms of God. They are all inclusive of each other. The Nirguna Brahma Swarupa, which is the Jagat Adhisthana. It is not that one is superior to the other. All are inclusive. But this Nirguna Brahma Swarupa is the unmanifest form, the Avyakta Swarupa, which is the Adhisthana and the foundation of the universe, and which is to be known. Because here the knowledge is important. It is Gnatavya. Though it is already there, that Brahma Tattva is already there, we have to understand that I am the Brahma Tattva, I am the Atma Tattva. So the knowledge is important here. Whereas Saguna Ishvara is the Karana for Jagata. So, and this Ishvara form is instrumental and material cause of the universe, Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karana. And this is Upasya Swarupa of the Lord, which is to be worshipped. And that's why these two are the different sects. There is a Bhakti Sampradaya, and there is a Jnana Sampradaya. These are the different ways of attaining the divinity, and both are dependent. It's not that one is better than the other, but it depends on the adhikaritva of the person, the individual. What is his inclination? What is his eligibility? If somebody is a Bhava Pradhan, Bhakti Pradhan, then for that person the Saguna Ishvara is the eligibility, and for the Upasya, for the worship, somebody is more logical thinking, rational mind, more then for that person the Gnatavya Swarupa, the Nirguna Brahma Swarupa, Jagadadhisthana is the more one to be understood by Vedanta. So these are all the different ways how we can understand what our Shastras tell us. Anadimadhyantam Ananta Viryam Ananta Bahum Shashi Surya Netram Pashyami Tvam Vitta Hutasha Vaktram Swatejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam. So here Arjuna is still continuing. He says, Tvam Adi na Adim na Madhyam na Antam. I can't see any beginning, present or end. He is describing, he is repeating the same thing that he has said before, because he is just short of words. He is not able to describe. He is astonished. He is completely blank. He is not able to understand what to say. That's why he is repeating the same thing sometimes. Ananta Viryam. You can see you as having endless courage. You have a great Samarthya. Bhagavana is considered to be Sarva Shaktimana and Parakrama. Samarthya is there, but Bhagavana can also do Parakrama. He has done so many, or Bhagavata and other scriptures described what are the endless Leelas that God has done during the Mahabharata Yuddha. He has done so many Parakrama, though he did not lift up any weapon. Ananta Bahum, you have innumerable limbs, and that itself is Ashcharya for Arjuna. Shashi Surya Netram, moon and sun appears as your eyes. That is what Arjuna is telling the Lord, and this is also described in our scriptures. How when we do worshipping the Vishwarupa Darshana, it is said that the head of this Vishwarupa is the heaven, the feet of the Vishwarupa is the Prithvi Loka, our world, the mortal world, and the entire space, the Antriksh, the space between all this is the body of the Vishwarupa. The sun and the moon are the two eyes of the Vishwarupa, and all the stars, planets, all the alankar, the ornaments of the Lord. So that is how the Vishwarupa is described, and Upasana is also done. Vishwarupa. Pashyami Ditta Hutasha Vaktram. Your face is appearing like a lighted fire. That is what Arjuna is saying. Swatejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam. And with your radiance, with your effulgence, with your lot of luster, your glow, it is burning this world. This fire, this is burning the world, is providing a lot of heat, causing a lot of uncomfort, discomfort, distress to people on this earth. That is what Arjuna says. He is still not saying that I am feeling the heat of the distress. He is just saying that it is hurting people, it is making others uncomfortable. And this vision of the cosmic form, that God and the world is the same, it is one. This is provided by our scriptures, how we can see the God everywhere, pervaded everywhere in this world. And that is the vision that we need to develop. This is the final understanding for us, and it requires a mind which is pure, which is still, which is connected to the Lord. And this God consciousness, Bhagavad Bhakti, Bhagavad Bhav, creates this kind of a Shuddhi or purity of the mind. And the several ways described in the Shastras are Shravana from a Guru, and then trying to see this Darshana, and that can create a new understanding within us. How in the presence of all the Nama Rupa, different Nama Rupa, we can see that one Tattva which is behind all the Nama Rupa, which is the Adhisthana, the foundation of this universe. How to develop this kind of a vision, Guru and Shastras can guide us. And now Arjuna is going to see the other side of the Lord, which probably he has never seen so far in his lifetime, and that's why he's going to get very, very, uncomfortable. And we need to understand that just as the world is full up of dualities, Dvandva, similarly the Saguna Sakar Swarupa of the Lord is also filled with the dualities. The creation and destruction are two aspects of this creation which are, they are inseparable. And from the moment the creation starts, the destruction also starts. The moment we take birth, our life starts. At the same time, some kind of destruction also starts, and we are all heading towards destruction. So this is how the creation and destruction happen side by side, and these are the two forms of the Lord. So far, Arjuna has always saw that Saumya, Shant, the Murti Swarupa of Shri Krishna, and now he is going to see a very, very ferocious, the Ugra Swarupa of the Lord, which he has never seen before. Yava prithivyoridam hi vyaptam tvayekena dishascha sarvaha drashtvaadbhutam rupamugram tavedam lokatrayam pravyatitam mahatman. So here Arjuna is telling the Lord that the entire space between the heaven and this earth, Vyaptam Tvaya Ekena, is pervaded by you alone. He is understanding that God alone pervades all these universe everywhere. Dishascha Sarvaha, and also all the directions, in all the directions. So from the world to the heaven, but also in all the directions you can see everything pervaded with the Lord. And Drashtva Adbhutam Rupam Ugram Tavedam, after seeing your majestic and Ugra Swarupa, ferocious, very difficult to understand form. Mahatmana, oh great soul, he is telling Lord Mahatmana, Lokatrayam Pravyatitam, all the three lokas are getting distressed, he says. Still he is not saying that I am getting distressed, though he is a little bit getting distressed, but he is saying all the three lokas are getting distressed. Amihi tvam sura sangha vishanti kechid bhita pranjalayo grunanti swastityuktva maharshi siddha sangaha stuvanti tvam stutibhi pushkalabhihi. All this group of devatas, sura sangha, they are entering you, they are entering your mouth. He is saying Kechid Bhita, some people are very fearful. Out of fear they are singing praise. They are praying for you and singing praise. Gunanti, Pranjalaya, Gunanti, Stuti kar rahe hai. Swasti Uktva, Maharshi Siddha Sangha, group of Maharshis are saying, may peace prevail, may there be goodness everywhere. They are not afraid because these are Maharshis, they are already wise people. They know that this is one of the forms of the Lord. Stuvanti Tvam Stutibihi Pushkalabhihi, and these Maharshis are singing devotional songs for their praise with their complete meaning. Rudraditya Vasavo Yecha Satya Vishveshvinau Marutaschoshcha Paschah Gandharvaksha Surasiddha Sangha Vikshante Tvam Vismitaschaiva Sarve. So everyone is seeing this grand astonishing form with bewilderment. Arjuna is describing who all are seeing this. He says Rudra, 11 Rudras, Aditya, the 12 Adityas, the son of Aditi, 8 Vasu, the 12 Sadhyagana who are born from the daughter of Daksha, Vishwagana, they are also born from the daughters of Daksha, Ashwinau, 2 Ashwinav who are the physicians to the Lord, 49 Maruta Gana and Pitru Gana, the Ushmapa. Ushmapa means they like hot food, they are given always a hot kind of food, and they are the Pitru Gana. They are all seeing Gandharvas, Yaksha, Asura, and all the groups of Siddha Sangar, groups of realized wise people. They are all seeing the Lord with astonishment. Rupam mahatte bahuvaktra netram Mahabaho Bahubahu Rupadam Bahudaram Bahudanstrakaralam Drashtva Loka Pravyatitastathaham. So he is telling the Lord, O Lord, Mahabaho. It is a salutation to the Lord. Normally, Lord has used Mahabaho word for Arjuna, but here Mahabaho, because Arjuna is seeing the Lord having very big, great limbs. His hands are very long, very big, his feet. That's why he says, O Mahabaho, Rupam Mahatte, seeing your majestic form with many, many faces, many eyes, and with many hands and many feet, with many abdomen, many trunks. Bahudansra Karalam, he's saying large canine teeth of the Lord with large gums. All these, he says, this ferocious form. These people, after seeing this kind of a form, the people, Drashtva Loka Pravyatitaha, people are getting distressed, and finally Arjuna admits that Tatha Aham, so am I. I'm also having a lot of fear and I'm also under distress, under stress. Oh Lord, please, this is a very ferocious form. I've never seen this form before. Nabhasprusham diptam aneka varnam Vyatananam dipta vishala netram Drashtva hitvam pravyatitantaratma Trutim navindami shamam cha Vishnu. Nabhasprusham diptam aneka varnam. Your cosmic form is very, very vast. It is touching the sky and it is very luminous. Diptam and aneka varnam. It is full of beautiful colors. There are so many colors in this form. Vyatananam. All the mouths of the Lord are open. Dipta vishala netram. He has very large glowing eyes. Drashtvahi tvam pravyatit antaratma. By seeing this form, my inner self is burning with distress. Dhrutim na vindami. I cannot get any patience, any solace from anywhere. Shamam cha Vishnu. And oh Vishnu, please be at peace. I cannot see this. I am not getting any patience, solace. And Tanstra karalani chate mukhani Drashtvaiva kala nalasannibhani Disho na jane na labhe cha sharma Prasida devesha jagannivasa. So here the salutation to the Lord is, O Devesha, Isha of the Deva, means he is the Lord of the Devas, and Jagannivasa is the Lord of the world also, because he has created the world, is Jagatpate, Jagannivasa. Then Stra Karalani Chate Mukhani, seeing your ghastly form with very, very large mouths open, large teeth and large gums, is very fearful, it is producing fear in me. Drashtvaiva Kala Anala Sannibhani, seeing your face which is with a burning fire, which is similar to the Kala Anala, means the Pralay Kala, the Anala, the Agni that is there, saying that this, your face looks like a burning fire similar to the end of the world, that it is going to be the end of the world. Disha na jane, I cannot see any directions, I have no sense of any directions. Na labhecha sharma, I have no benefit, no happiness, I am totally clueless. Prasida, be please quieten down, have grace, have mercy on me. And all the others, Arjuna is telling Lord, is praying to the Lord, Amichatvam dhritarashtrasya putraha sarve sahaivavani sangaihi Vishmo drona suta putrastathasau sahasam deyairapi yodha mukhyaihi. So all the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with all the groups of the king, Avani Pala. Avani means world and Pala means Palan, Karnar means the kings. And Sangaihi means the group of all these kings. So along with this, all the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with Bhishma, Drona, Karna, are all, along with all the other main warriors of the Kaurava armies. These two shlokas are together. Vaktrani te tvaramana vishanti. All these Dhritarashtra's sons, Drona, Bhishma, and all the other warriors and the kings have been sucked into your mouth with a force of great attraction. That is what he's saying. Danshtra karalani bhayanakani. And I can see your very large, scary canine teeth. Kechid vilagna dashanantareshu. Some of these are stuck in between your teeth. And they are an uttamangai santrashtante churnitaihi. Some heads are shattered to pieces. They have become like powder, churnita. And this is what is the situation that Arjuna is seeing in the Lord. All these people are, going into the mouth of the Lord. They are getting stuck in the teeth of the Lord. It's a very large, massive teeth with large gums. And it is described to two examples are given. One says, Yatha nadinam bahavom bhuvvegaha samudrameva bhimukha travanti tatha tavami naraloka veera vishanti vaktranya vijwalanti. So first example which is given is the example of rivers which flow towards the ocean. Yatha nadinam bahava ambuvega. Just like the rivers flow towards the ocean, samudram eva abhimukha travanti. They naturally flow with a very fierce kind of a pravaha. They flow towards the ocean. They are like tasmasta. It means they just want to reach the ocean. That is how they are flowing towards the ocean. Similarly, Tatha tava ami naraloka veera. All these strong warriors, naraloka veera of the Kaurava armies of this mortal world. It says, Vishanti Vaktrani Abhivijwalan. They are entering into your mouth which is on fire. So this is the first example that Arjuna gives. And the second example is, Yatha pradiptam jwalanam patanga Vishanti nashaya samutravegaha Tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokaha Tvavapi Vaktrani samruddha vegaha. Another example is the example of moths which are attracted to the light. And this is a very common example that we see. Just like all the moths or the insects, they are very forcefully attracted towards the lighted fire to undergo their own destruction. It says similarly, all the people for their destruction are rapidly entering your mouth by themselves with a great force. And this is what Arjuna says. And what God is doing, Arjuna describes here. Leli hase grasamana samanta Lokana samagrana padanai jwaladbihi tejo virapurya jagat samagram vasastagokra pratapanti Vishnu. So what God is doing, Arjuna is describing, you are daily hase, you are licking them, all these bodies, and you are eating them, grasama, samantat, very thoroughly. You are eating them, you are licking them, and you are thoroughly enjoying. And our Guruji says, as if God is licking an ice cream, He is eating these bodies. Lokan samagran vadanai jwaladbihi. All these people who are entering your mouth on fire. O Vishnu, tejo bhi apurya jagat samagram. The entire world is filled with your radiance. There is so much of teja. And this heat, severe heat, is causing pratapanti ugraha. It's causing a lot of distress to everyone. Oh Lord, I have never seen your form like this. I have only seen you very saumya, very compassionate, very nice, very sober, very gentle. But here I can see some very ugra, ferocious form of yours. Akhyahi me ko bhavanugra rupo namostu te deva vara prasida Vijnatumichhami bhavantamakhyam nahi prajanami tava pravrittim. So here Arjuna is now asking the Lord, O Lord, Akhyai me, you tell me, O Bhavan, who are you in this Ugra Rupa, in this ferocious form? I don't understand, I've never seen you before like this. Namah astu te deva varah prasida. O greatest of all devas, I bow down to you, please have mercy, please have faith on me, please have grace on me. Vignatum ichchami bhavantam agyam. I desire to know you truly. He says, O Agyam. Agyam is somebody who does not have an Adi Purusha, first person who came first on this universe and then everybody came later. So Agyam. Nahi prajanami tava pravrutim. I don't understand your actions. You are doing some very, very fearful activities. You are eating people, you are licking people, all the people are coming into your mouth, they are just flung into your mouth. I don't understand your actions. Why are you doing this, O Lord? With what? After which Lord Krishna starts speaking in his Vishwarupa Darshana. He is speaking as Vishwarupa. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokakshaya Krut Pravruddho Lokan Samahartumiha Pravruttaha Rutepi Tvam Na Bhavishyanti Sarve Yavastita Pratyalikeshu Yodhaha. The great Lord speaks in his cosmic form, the Vishwarupa Avatara, Vishwarupa Swarupa. Says Kalaha Asmi, Kalosmi, I am death personified, I am the time, I am the death. Kalaha Asmi. He says, and what am I doing here? Lokakshaya Kruta Pravruttaha. I am here to work to destroy people. Lokan Samahartum Iha Pravruttaha. And this is what I am doing. I am in action because I want to massacre the people, to destroy this world. This is also one of my jobs, to do laya of the Srushti. Ye avastitaha pratyanikeshu yodha. All the warriors in the opposite camp, you have seen Arjuna, that they are all these warriors are going into my mouth, they are getting destroyed. Rute api tvam na bhavishyanti sarve. Even if you don't fight Arjuna, they shall not remain in the future, they will all be destroyed. So it's better that you fight this war, because even if you fight or not, you have seen what is the outcome going to be of this war. So Bhagavan says to Arjuna, Kalosmi, I am death. The one who knows Lord in this way will never fear death, because this is how Lord says, I am Pravruta, to destroy people, and this creation destruction is part and parcel of my Swarupa. We feel that time is changing very fast and life gets over very soon, but in reality, Kalo is the time is constant, everything keeps moving in front of the time. Journey towards the death, the destruction starts actually soon after the creation, the birth. And that's why creation and destruction are two sides of the same coin. And we should not be, afraid about both of this. So life and death in the eyes of the Lord are similar events, they are natural events, but they assume enormous proportions for us, because life is the creation or the birth is the celebration. For us, the death or the end or the destruction is the mourning. And that's why we, look at it in this kind of events. But this is because of our mamatva. Otherwise, life and death are not very, very different events according to the Lord. So whenever we have this kind of a crisis, we have to go for this understanding, and we should not be in an invalid insistence, some kind of a jidda, duragra, stubborn attitudes. They are the main obstacles for us, because many of the times we feel that this person should always stay with me, should not go away from me, and that's why we have a fear of their death. And this attitude, stubborn attitude, does not stem out of the reality. The reality is that life and death are inseparable parts of itself. Death is inevitable, it is going to come one day. Tasmat tvamuttishta yasho labhasva jitva shatrun bhungshva rajyam samruddham mayaivaite nihata purvamevam nimitta matram bhava savyasachim. Tasmat, Lord says, therefore, having known this reality, that all these, you have seen that all these sons of Dhritarashtra, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, with whom you have a lot of fear of fighting, if you didn't want to go for war with all these people, but you know already the result, that all these are already destroyed by me. By knowing all this reality, O Arjuna, Tvam Uttishta, you get up. It's like an order by the Lord. You fight this war, you do your karma, you do your kartavya, your dharma, your duty right now is to get up and fight this war. Yasha labhasva. In the process, you achieve this fame, you get the honor of killing people, and this is a God's grace that He gives us this honor. Already everything is decided by the Lord, but it's that He gives us this grace, this honor. Jitva shatrun, win your enemies. You have just seen that your enemies are already destroyed and enjoy the prosperous kingdom. Bhungshva, Rajyam, Samruddham, Maya eva ete nihata purvameva. All these enemies that you are seeing in front of you, the Bhishma, Drona, Kauravas, all the enemy warriors, they have already been killed by me. So what you have to do, Arjuna, is to kill the killed people already who are dead. You have to kill them. And that's why it's a beautiful statement that Lord Krishna tells Arjuna in his Vishwarupa, Nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Oh Arjuna, you be an instrument. You already know that these people have already been destroyed, but you have to destroy them. You have to do a drama. You have to fight this war. You have to do your kartavya karma. You have to do your duties, prescribed duties, and fight this war and become an instrument, oh Arjuna. With this, we come to the end. We will see about this Nimitta Matra Bhava in details in the next session. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parah Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnah Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate. Om Shanti Shanti.